If you are eating a plate of rice right now, or if you've had some, you may want to be keen about where you purchased it from, as it could be part of the consignment which state officials seized earlier today over suspected contamination. A trader in whose warehouse the said rice was nabbed admits that he was aware that the rice was unfit for human consumption, but faults his suppliers from Pakistan for selling him the substandard rice. Gina Kirori has the details.
The afternoon raid by officers from the Kenya Bureau of Standards KEBS, Anti-Counterfeit Authority ACA, and public health officials sprawled on for more than 4 hours as they questioned the director of Anytime Foods Limited, Ashok Madala, about the more than 15,000 kilograms of rice held at his warehouse in Embakasi, suspected to be contaminated.
The guys treated us like criminals for the last 3 hours. 3 hours. They didn't allow anyone to work here.
Despite being branded as white rice, the clear discoloration of the grain was of concern even to the trader of goods, who says he flagged the rice as substandard to his supplier in Pakistan named Gamma Foods when he received the consignment in November last year.
By looks, it is not looking good. That's why we kept it aside. It's a properly imported. We bought it from the suppliers and we paid for it.
NTV is in receipt of a demand letter which Ashok, through his lawyer, sent to Gamma Foods over the delivery of the consignment of rice, in which he states that it came to our client's attention that the entire stock was in a hazardous state as it was infested with pests and not fit for human consumption. Further, owing to our client's reliance on your representation, it incurred losses amounting to 2,591,400 shillings. Ashok received 1,200 bags of 25 kg bags of rice from Rama suppliers and has 1,071 bags in stock, which means that at least 3,000 kilograms of rice have made their way into the market without their fitness for human consumption being verified.
Some. You see, when you receive rice, we think that his rice is good. When we start receiving complaints, when we see that rice, that is when we say that it is bad. But we sold partly because the whole consignment can't be bad, maybe partly. But we communicated saying that we received so much, it's not looking rice.
It is unclear why the 129 bags of 25 kg rice were sold, yet there were concerns about their standards, even by Ashok's own admission. Anytime Foods also has go-down centers in Kisumu and Eldoret. It is unclear if any of that stock made its way into the market as well. The growing concern, however, is just how many other traders were supplied with the suspected contaminated rice by Rama Foods. Officers from KEBS, ACA and Public Health declined to speak on camera due to the fact that they're not authorized to. However, KEBS stated that the purpose of the raid is to take away samples of the rice to test whether they are indeed right for human consumption.
15,000 kgs of a consignment of rice sits in this particular warehouse, whereas a handful of this, perhaps, or more, may be sitting on your plate right now. This, as authorities say that they have flagged this particular rice for being contaminated, as they say that it has several issues in line with it. This, as the suppliers of this particular rice say that they actually noticed that the rice had some issues with discoloration amongst other issues in February, despite it circulating in May. Gina Kirori, NTV, Nairobi.